I trust that your new year has gotten off to a good start. And even if it's gotten off to a slightly shaky start, there's still hope because God is in control of our times, our seasons, and all the things that we have to go through. So I want to encourage you that even as we begin this brand new year and with perhaps some of the residue from the previous year, God is still in control. And I want us to look at just how much He's in touch with where you and I are as we take some time together on CITAM Church Online. And my name is Reverend Kwame Rubadiri. We began a brand new theme at Christ is the Answer Ministries, and as we begin actually a brand new season with a new leader and the favor of God certainly upon what the church is doing around the world. We're grateful that we are still able to be in touch, we're still able to provide ministry, we're still able to see the hand of God moving mightily in our midst. Our theme for this year is Destined for the Next Level. Because we know that despite all of the challenges and disruptions of the previous year and some of the challenges that still are with us in 2021, we still know that God has greater things in store for us, that we serve a great and mighty God, and He has proved Himself in the past. We can be absolutely confident that He's going to take us through into the future. We began looking at Isaiah chapter 43 just last week. And this week, I want us to just look at the second verse of chapter 43. Last time we looked at the fact that regardless of what you and I have had to go through, however difficult the past has been, God is always seeking to help us to rise to the next opportunity, to step up, to believe His word, and to know that His purposes will be fulfilled in our lives. Verse 2 has some interesting things to show us as well. Because this is what the Bible reads and says to us from the New International Version. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. When you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set ablaze on you. Staying with our theme for this new year, Destined for the Next Level, we see here God making an amazing promise to us, regardless of the conditions and circumstances that we may pass through. He uses the word when, which is an inevitable occurrence. It's not a question of if something will take place or can something take place, but when it's going to happen. There will always be the challenges of difficulty and obstacles that you and I have to deal with. We've dealt with that all through our lives. And 2021 is going to be no different. No one is going to go through this year without some obstacle, some challenge, some difficulty to overcome. But God says some interesting things. He says, first, I will be with you. I think those are perhaps the most important words for you to take from our time together today. That God promises and has promised in the past, promises even now, that I will be with you. And you can take that to the bank, you can take that to heart every single day of your life. So that whenever anything happens, good or bad, in the course of 2021, you can be absolutely certain God will be with you and I. Then He says that these things will not overcome us. The rivers will not sweep over us. The fire will not consume us or burn us. So whatever they may be in your life, whatever they is, at this particular time or will be in the course of 2021, it will not. So I want you to know that God will, and all these other things will not, because God has said so. God has made it very, very clear that He will, and these other things will not. And then one of the things I want you to take to heart, especially today and for the rest of this year as well, He says that you will not be burned. You will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. So if God says, I will, and they won't, we can be confident that we or you will not, because God has made that promise. The things that will try to overwhelm you, try to overcome you, will not overcome you. They will not overwhelm you, because God says, I will be with you. That's the assurance that we can take going to the next level. That's the assurance you can take going to the next day. That as long as I know God is with me and I'm walking with Him, none of those other things can get in the way of God's purpose for my life. And that's my prayer for you. God bless you.